Hello, good morning. How are you? Rafael, long time ago.
Morning,
Christopher,
teacher.
good
Buen día.
morning. Hola, buen día. Suri, how are you? Happy vacation, happy holidays. Long time ago. No nos hemos visto hace mucho tiempo. Espero hayan tenido felices vacaciones. Aunque sea unos días. ¿Sí o no, Justin? Aunque sea unos días, pero tuvimos. Bueno. ¿Qué tal, Christopher, Ashley, Rafael, Justin, uh, Clayla is coming up. Good morning, Clayla. And thanks to all of you who are be connected. Okay, that's good. Great. Awesome. Well, hello, Juan Daniel. How are you? Good morning. Okay, how are you? Good morning, Juan Daniel. Derek Castro. Good morning, Derek. Thumbs up, Derek. Thumbs up. Okay. Eso, dedito para arriba, thumbs up, Derek. Thank you. All right. It's time to start working today. Dylan Lucy is coming up too. Okay, up to now I'm working with 16 students, 16 participants. For this second semester, we are going to keep working on the play. Something that you know, el play, bueno, vamos a seguir trabajando. Hola, buenos días. Vamos a seguirlo trabajando. Vamos a incrementar un poquito más del speaking. Vamos a trabajar un poquito del listening. Vamos a hacer reading too. ¿Estamos de lentes, Rafael? Sí, para el segundo trimestre. ¿Estamos de lentes? Bien,
Morning,
perfecto.
Buenos
teacher.
días.
Good morning. Excellent. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Sí, bueno, en mi caso los 41 ya pesan, ¿no? Ya pesan los 41 años, ¿no? En mi caso. Hey, that's your boy. That's your brother, Clayla. Is your brother? Okay, hello, Clay. What's his name? What's his name?
Se llama Adrián.
Adrian. How are you, Adrian? Good morning.
Ya se
Nacer.
fue.
I know, I know. Ok, él es como un mago. Aparece y desaparece. Nacer. Good morning, Nacer. How are you? Long time
Profe, ¿cómo
ago.
está?
Muy bien, chicos, muy bien, gracias. Esto me motiva verlos, me motiva, me da alegría verlos.
A los años que no se deja ver.
A los años, así es mejor, así nos extrañamos más todos, ¿no? Así también extrañamos más volver a clases, pronto, coming up. Coming soon, to coming soon. Un día más es un día menos. One day more is one day less. Okay? Should be in 2 weeks, should be in 3 weeks, but is a less time. Okay? ¿Sí o no, Justin? Ya, yes no, ya Justin está desesperado por volver. Bueno, yo igual sigo aquí, yo ya he vuelto, yo continúo aquí. Okay? Thank you, Elizabeth, Naomi, Anthony Alvarado, good morning, Barrio, Denise, Derek. Thanks for being your cameras on. Well, let's start working. Todo lo del material del primer trimestre que hemos trabajado no lo he borrado. Para los que ya han ingresado al Play, let me share my screen one more time and let's start working. Tenemos que aprovechar el tiempo porque yo ya no estoy en taller comunicacional. Entonces, bueno, vamos a hacer lo que más podamos dentro de estos 30 minutos. Well, uy, me he equivocado. Miren cómo yo he puesto October 3 to October. Me he inventado un mes, October, ya. Soy humano, me he equivocado. Acabo de darme cuenta. Sí, me perdono. So sorry. Ok, so sorry. Me perdono. Ya lo voy a cambiar, ya lo voy a cambiar. Well. Miren, todo el material que tenían ustedes en caso quieran revisar, porque no es porque no hayan hecho una tarea o algo, quieran revisar un audio, quieren revisar un material, o porque te gustó esa clase, o no sé, ahí está en el menú, hay un submenú que dice First Term, ok, primer trimestre, ok. Esa palabra trimestre no existe en inglés realmente, no existe, podemos decir de muchas maneras en la traducción first 5 periods of month, first term, first break, ya eso no existe, es muy españolizado, pero lo vamos a dejar como first term. Ahí está todo lo que ustedes trabajaron, listo. So far so good, eso fue el primer trimestre, ahora estamos en el segundo, ya como pueden ver, y tenemos solamente la de October 3rd to October 7, October 7, okay. Okay, right. We have the same way, upload your activity from home. En este caso ya estoy utilizando un poquito más de inglés en mi speaking, si se dan cuenta. So we are going to empower and boost the speaking and the listening, right? So as you can see, upload your activity. No more, sube tu actividad desde casa. ya no está en español. Ya creo que ya sabemos que ese botón era sube tu actividad en casa, ya dice upload your activity from home. Vamos a acostumbrarnos ya a ese, ya estamos en segundo trimestre. Ustedes son, Dios mediante, mis futuros estudiantes en décimo. Ojalá me den el décimo, ya, cuando lleguen a décimo. Y si no quieren, bueno, ya disculpen. Entonces, well, let's start working. Open up the activity in class. Let me share with you the link just in case you want to work in the same time with me. Thank you. I already shared on the chat box. It's done. Thank you. Yeah, use the chat box. El chat box, la cajita del chat. Okay, ahí está. So go with me and work together. For today, we have a National Geographic topic that is going to be, probably you are not fanatic prehistoric topics like dinosaurs, probably, but sometimes it's good to know about everything. We can learn about sport, we can learn about the current moments, technology, history, animals, butterfly life cycle, que es una de las clases que más me gustó, la de la mariposa. Well, so we are able to learn every day and see new things. For today, we have a Pterodactyl. In this case, it's a kind of bird in which was living long times. Okay, open up the activity in virtual class. You click on here, and the activity is open. Recuerden, tienen que descargarlo. Algunas veces recibo de estudiantes que quieren editar en el mismo documento. No tienen que descargarlo, ¿sí? A veces realmente no sucede mucho en los novenos, más en otros cursos, ¿ok? Y lo tenemos ahí. Listo. Entonces, yo voy a abrir el mío en particular. Voy a abrir el mío en particular. No sin antes, vámonos al National Geographic. También tenemos un audio, tenemos un párrafo un poquito nuevo vocabulario. Vamos a revisar nuevo vocabulario y ya sabemos lo que tenemos que hacer después. So, let's see the National Geographic video and pay attention. What we are going to work today and what we are going to learn. New vocabulary, take notes because we are going to work and discover some meanings, right? Listen up, pay attention.
Much like today's birds, pterosaurs ruled Earth's Mesozoic skies, adapting to many different habitats, while their dinosaur cousins roamed below. But these were no birds. Pterosaurs were flying reptiles, and some were as big as fighter jets. Pterosaurs means winged lizard in Greek, and they were the very first vertebrates on Earth to take to the skies. The most well-known pterosaur is the pterodactyl. It was the first one discovered back in the 18th century, but since then, paleontologists have uncovered more than 200 different species, including pteranodons, which were quite large, and Quetzalcoatalus, one of the most massive pterosaurs of all. Named for the Aztec winged serpent god, Quetzalcoatalus had a wingspan of nearly 40 feet and likely soared through the skies hunting for baby dinosaurs below. Some, like Anuognathus, were the size of small birds and probably preferred to eat insects. With such a wide range in pterosaur size, there is ongoing debate over how some species were able to fly, but similarities in their wing structure and anatomy may offer clues. Pterosaur wings ran along their sides from shoulder to ankle, and each wing was held up and supported by an elongated digit. The first pterosaur ever discovered was actually named for this characteristic. Pterodactyl is a combination of the Greek words for wing and finger. Each pterosaur wing consisted of a tough membrane laced with blood vessels, fibrous cords, and muscles. And it has been theorized that the muscles could alter the shape of their wings in mid-flight, the same way a passenger jet might adjust its wings during takeoff and landing. Pterosaur fossils also suggest that even the largest species must have been relatively light for their size, because, much like birds, their bones were hollow. Hollow bones would have enabled even Quetzalcoatlus to soar. But not all pterosaurs could fly. In 2009, paleontologists found an enormous specimen in Transylvania that they nicknamed Dracula. At 11.5 feet tall, with a wingspan of 39 feet, It's one of the largest pterosaurs ever found, but the shape of its shoulders and wings suggests it probably couldn't get off the ground. With every new discovery, paleontologists are learning more about the nature of pterosaurs. But the hollow bones that enabled some of the largest pterosaurs to fly are also part of the reason their fossils are so often incomplete. And the full picture of a sky once ruled by reptiles has yet to be revealed.
All right, this was a short video, just a big question to all of you, just in case you are able to understand, then I can switch to Spanish. All the pterosaurs were able, sorry, in the past, were able to fly. Other were pterosaurs in which they was just on the earth, on the soil, walking, and another were able to fly, or just all of them were able to fly. My question is focused on the si todos los pterosaurios que han ido descubriendo hasta la actualidad han sido quienes o los cuales pueden volar, o también encontraron pterosaurios cuales no pudieron volar, sencillamente son de tierra. ¿Qué puedes recordar del video o más o menos escuchaste? Tell me. Anyone? I know that the video is pretty fast speaking, but there was some parts in which you were able to understand step by step. According to the video, there were some pterosaurs in which were able to fly, but in some places in the mountain, scientists and paleontologists found some pterosaurs which weren't able to fly, just were landing, ¿ok? Sí hubieron pterosaurios en las cuales no pudieron volar. Ya ellos no podrían tener alas, podrían tener todo, pero no volaban. Pero incluso el pterosaurios, el que ustedes vieron primero, sí era un tipo que podía volar. Ya, entonces, pueden ver el video las veces que sea necesario. Ahí siempre está. Yo te recomiendo, ve el video, síguelo viendo, incluso te diste cuenta de que también estaban los subtítulos. Vamos a ver un poquito de información, vamos a potenciar este vocabulario de aquí, y también tenemos un audio que lo voy a abrir desde ya y vamos a poner atención a la actividad. Ok, tenemos The Secrets in the Sand. The Secrets in the Sand. Let me... ¿Estás bien, Violet? ¿Estás bien? ¿No te preocupada, Violet? Violet. Violet, are you okay? ¿Sí estás bien? Sí. Ok, tenemos here, The Secrets in the Sand. Tenemos algunos párrafos, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, words which are, you don't know are on red. Yeah, please. Let me share with you the listening and pay attention. Listen up. Listen. ¿Ya tienen abierta la guía? ¿Tienen abierto para que lo sigan conmigo? ¿Tienen abierto? Sí. Les doy 30 segundos para que descarguen la guía del plan de la actividad de October 3rd to October 7th. Sí, la tienen descargada. Neisser, ¿ya descargaste la guía? Neisser. Ya, vayan descargando, les platico, 30 segundos. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's start. Listen up.
Track 9. Reading 5A. The Secrets in the Sand.
The secrets in the sand.
In 1823, a young woman noticed a strange fossil on a beach near Lyme Regis, England. She dug out the bones and had them carried to her home. She carefully arranged the skeleton on a table. Then she saw something extraordinary. The creature's neck was a meter long, more than half the length of its body. It was unlike any animal living on Earth. Even at a young age, Mary Anning had a talent for spotting curies, unusual or curious fossils. Her father died in 1810, leaving her family in debt. So, Mary began selling her fossils to collectors. A year later, aged just 12, she made her first major discovery: a crocodile-like skull with a long skeleton. It turned out to be a sea creature that lived long ago, named ichthyosaur, or fish lizard. It was the first extinct animal known to science. Fossil hunting brought in money, but it was a dangerous occupation. One day, a rock fall killed her dog and almost buried Mary. Despite the dangers, she continued to look for new finds. The long-necked fossil she uncovered in 1823 was another long dead sea reptile. Known as a plesiosaur, it would inspire legends, including that of the Loch Ness Monster. 5 years later, she found a fossil with wing bones and a long tail. It was one of the first examples of a pterosaur, a flying creature that disappeared millions of years ago. Mary was not only a skilled fossil hunter, she also carefully examined and recorded her finds. However, she received little credit from other scientists. Only one of her scientific writings was published in her lifetime in 1839. She was also not allowed to join London's Geological Society, as only men could become members. Mary Anning died in 1847, but her contributions have not been forgotten. Her finds are now displayed in museums in London and Paris. The beach near her home is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known as the Jurassic Coast. Her life continues to inspire visitors hoping to find their own fossil wonders. According to Britain's Natural History Museum, Mary Anning was the greatest fossil hunter the world has ever known. She was also a scientist who changed the way we think about life on Earth.
Okay, thank you. I know that there are new words, but something important that I want to realize, or you realize with me, is no more present, no more routines, no more ing. En este caso, la mayoría de las palabras o este pasaje o esta lectura, ¿en qué tiempo está enfocado? Present, past, or future? What you said, present, past, or future? As you can see, there are new words. Some words are on red. If we are talking about history, we are talking about in present or past. Si estamos hablando de historia, ¿de qué estamos hablando? ¿De presente o pasado? Present or past?
Paz.
Past. So most of the passage, most of the word, the vocabulary is focused on past. For example, said in 1823, a young woman noticed, percatarse, se dio cuenta, observó, ¿no? Notice. ¿Cómo sé que está en pasado? Por esta ed. Ya, no voy a hablar ahorita un poquito de gramática, ¿ok? Pero pueden pedir que en taller comunicacional vean un poquito de gramática. Ya pueden pedir a su nuevo docente o profesora. So, en este caso, notice es percatarse, observar, darse cuenta. No es noticia por si acaso, ya no es noticia. Notice a strange fossil in a beach near Lyme Regis, England. She dug out. What is the meaning of dug out? En este caso, ya, bueno, because of the time, yo en este caso te lo diría. Let me see. Amarillo para que lo tengas. Ya, este es lo que hacen los perritos. Los perritos cuando buscan algo o tienen un hueso y ya se lo han comido y lo quieren guardar, ¿qué hacen?
Excavan.
Excavar. Entonces ahí está en pasado. Realmente en presente es dig out, pero como está en pasado, el pasado de dig out, thank you, Claire, es dug out, ¿ok? The bones and had been carried, si se dan cuenta, nuevamente está en pasado. Carried, ¿ok? Y lo llevaron, ¿verdad? Lo llevaron consigo. Carried to her home. She carefully arranged it, ¿ok? The skeleton, armaron el esqueleto, ¿no? En una mesa. Arranged, en pasado. The skeleton. Then, she saw something extraordinary. What means saw? Es el pasado ¿de qué verbo? A ver, ¿quién sabe? Esa puede ser que alguien ya lo sepa. ¿El pasado de qué verbo es? De sí. ¿Ya? Esta es una previa de lo que quiero ya empezar a trabajar con ustedes, tiempos pasados. Ya los presentes ya sabemos, ¿no? Lo sabemos bien, los routines. Entonces, then she saw something extraordinary. The creature's neck was a meter long. El was means the verb to be in past. Aquí tenemos. Estamos marcando todo lo que se nos encontremos de pasados, ¿ok? A meter long. More, was es el verbo to be, lo que nosotros sabíamos. ¿Cuál es el verbo to be? Es ¿ok? Eso es el verbo to be, solamente que está conjugado en pasado. Ya. Entonces tenemos a meter long. More than half the length in its body. It wasn't like any animal living on the earth, ¿ok? So, tenemos ahí un nuevo vocabulario que lo estoy marcando. Sí, te dejo esto como que de tareitas para que vayas, porque si no se nos va el tiempo. Solo tenemos 1 hora a la semana. Even the young age, Mary Annie had, es el pasado de have. ¿Ya? En la próxima semana yo te voy a dar una lista de verbos en pasado. Entonces nos vamos a ayudar y vamos a hacer oraciones, vamos a hacer expresiones, vamos a comenzar a practicar, ¿ya? Esto solamente es una previa. Después vamos a hacer unos quizzes en donde me tocaría usar la hora de clases, ahora ya no como taller comunicacional, sino la hora para jugar un poquito y hacer un poquito de gramática con tiempo pasado, ¿ya? Entonces, mira, ¿cuál es tu tarea? ¿Cuál es tu tarea para esta semana? Léelo, escúchalo. No importan las veces que sea, aunque sea una vez al día. ¿Sí o no, Rafael? Una vez al día, aunque sea, escúchalo. Anda ya escuchando los tiempos en pasado. Te dejo el audio. Te dejo cómo se pronuncia todo este tipo de palabras como, por ejemplo, curious. Siempre hemos dicho curious y no es curious, es curious. Todos, ¿se acuerdan cuando estábamos en presencial? Ese O-U-S, no decimos O-U, sino decimos E-S. Curious, no curious. Ok, todo eso lo van a escuchar en el audio. Escuchen las veces que sean necesarias. Her father died, etc. Y vamos a buscar las palabritas que están en rojo, ¿ok? Con su significado, ¿listo? Vamos a ver un poquito acá de activity. We have some reading comprehension. In this case, we were talking about the Pterosaurus, some kind of thing. We were checking new vocabulary, but the guest, let's see for the guest. ¿Quién se acuerda? ¿Qué era el guest? Eso sí lo vimos conmigo en el primer trimestre. What means the guest?
Esencia.
La esencia, thank you, Clayla, la esencia, lo principal, la esencia del passage. Tenemos, what would be the best alternative title for the passage? Long-necked creatures from the past, the world's greatest fossil hunter, or the discovery of the first Pterosaurus, okay? Diana Leon is coming up. We have the second, the main idea. The main idea. Hey, ¿cómo estás? The main idea, the number 2. La idea principal no es lo mismo. La idea principal no es lo mismo que el guess. Guess es la esencia. Esta es la idea principal. Why did Mary Anning start selling fossils? ¿Por qué Mary Anning empezó a vender fósiles? ¿No? To earn money to support her family, to raise public interest in her articles, or to gain money to start a museum. Justamente en el texto hablábamos de algo del museo. Ya, entonces, vayan interpretándolo. Esa es la número 2. Details. Vamos a dar detalles, detail, para argumentar. Which of the following is true about Mary Ann? ¿Cuál es de las siguientes es real, es cierto sobre Mary Ann? She published several scientific articles in her lifetime. She was nearly killed by a rock fall near to the beach. She was a member of the London Geological Society. Ok, eso lo vamos a ver bien, lo vamos a trabajar. Vas a tener tiempo, una semana para revisar el vocabulario. Detail. What is true about the Pterosaurus find? Does it look similar to the long-necked monster? ¿Se han escuchado el long-necked monster? ¿Han escuchado esa historia? En una laguna aparece the long-necked monster. Se visualiza que aparece como un dragón en el agua. Para muchos es ficticio, para otros no. Sí lo han visto en YouTube. ¿Lo han visto en YouTube? Esa historia. ¿No? ¿Lo han visto? Ya mismo les muestro. Termino aquí. It looks similar to the long-necked monster. B. It was the first discovery of a extinct animal. Fue el primer descubrimiento de un animal extinto. Sí, es verdad. Sí, es verdad. It showed that some extinct creatures had wings. It showed, ok. Esto se muestra que algunas criaturas tuvieron alas. Efectivamente, ahí tienes que descubrir cuál, ¿no? And the purpose. Y eso sí, también lo leyeron. El propósito. Why does the author mention a UNESCO World Heritage Site? Heritage means herencia. Ya la herencia del mundo. To persuade the reader that Jurassic Coast is in need of protection. To give an example of how important Mary Ann discovered are to the world. To show how Southern England has the most important fossil fight in the world. Okay, we have here a picture in which we can see the Pterosaurus. Let me long-necked monster. Let me show you about this video. Por acá un poquito de historia no hace mal. Esto de aquí. Does the long-necked monster exist? Ok, una versión rápida porque nos queda poquito tiempo. Ok, Giant War, Iceland long-necked monster. Esta es la típica. Discovery Fuels long-necked monster delivered. Vamos a ver. Por si acaso no estoy haciendo propaganda de almacenes aquí, por cierto.
Well, America has Bigfoot, Nepal has the abominable snowman, and apparently Iceland has a giant worm monster.
A giant
Seriously.
worm.
Recently, an alleged sighting of the mystery beast caught on tape has reignited the myth. So ABC's Jeffrey Kaufman went to see if he could get a glimpse for himself.
Jonathan Burgo is coming up.
Can you
Look
see
at
it?
this.
That squiggly thing in the water? Suddenly, Iceland isn't laughing about its own version of the Loch Ness Monster. In a country of odd natural wonders and lots of ice and snow, they still talk of trolls and elves. But a lake monster? It was dismissed as a charming old legend until recently, when a local man nabbed this video of the mysterious monster with the mouth-garbling 16-letter name, Lagerflotsormer.
Welcome to Egilstadier. I think that's how you pronounce it.
A remote area of spectacular fjords and finger lakes.
Hello there. Jeffrey. Very
First
nice
stop,
to meet you.
the witness. Piotr Karolf, the sheep farmer who shot the now famous video. He lives on a ramshackle farm overlooking the lake where the monster, or worm as they call it, is said to live.
So how did the worm move when you saw it? What kind of movement did it make?
Ahí le está preguntando que cómo lo vio, ¿no? Cómo se movía, ¿no? The movement.
Just like a snake? Like a snake.
Like a snake.
He was having his morning coffee when he spotted the creature. Just to be clear, you just had coffee for breakfast, nothing more to drink?
Ja. Jij hebt lekker smaken af en je out.
He hasn't tasted alcohol in 7 years.
Okay. He adds he's been told about the monster since he was a boy.
Just in case he asked if he was drinking or something like this in order
Who
to
better
see
than the local
something
historian
that was
to
pretty
fill us in?
rare.
He was looking at a map from 1595. It just said in this lake lives a huge monster that often appears when something dreadful is going to happen.
One troubling detail, ancient records and historic sightings suggest the monster is miles long with a hump back. The creature in Hjorter's video is big, but not that big.
Do you know anyone who's seen the monster?
Yeah, I know. Actually, I know a couple of people that have seen the monster. Yeah, and people that I believe in. My mother-in-law, she has seen the monster, for example. I don't doubt that.
Nobody's ever going to question a mother-in-law's sighting of a monster.
Some think what you're seeing here is just ice from the spring thaw. Others think it's just a fishing net.
Do you believe that there really is a Lagerflotsorm?
Not as a living creature. I think it's impossible.
Why?
Because a living creature have to have something to eat.
Well, aren't there fish in there?
There's a fish, but I don't think it's enough for a big creature.
But then he offers this.
When I drive around the lake looking for birds or reindeer, I always look over and I have my camera to be prepared if I see something.
So you don't believe it, but you're prepared to be for the possibility.
Yes.
Which brings us back to Hjorter, the farmer, who can be surprisingly philosophical from his perch overlooking the lake.
Okay, well, in this way, according to the video and the information that you have in the text about the fossils, the monster, the lake monster, and the Thesaurus, what do you think? Probably the video was real or is fake. Fake means falso. What you said? Do you believe on monsters? What you said? The video is real. Probably it looks like a big snake, like an anaconda, but in a frozen, yeah, en el hielo, is a little bit weird. But what do you think? That's why scientists exist in the world. Por eso es que los científicos existen, justamente para descubrir esto. Cualquiera de ustedes puede serlo. Ok, cuéntenme, ¿qué opinan? Do you think that is real, the video, or not or the video is not real, is fake, falso? So tell me. What is your opinion? Real or not real? Or unreal? The famous long egg monster. Okay, yes. Rafael say yes. Okay, there are many information. So, but the point is that there is just a short video in which that people was recording in that moment. One of them said that he was just having breakfast. Estaba desayunando and he saw from the window that kind of movement on the lake, yeah, en el lago, like a snake. That's why he started recording or filming. Okay, so we go back to our topic because the time is almost closing up. Yeah, let me see one more time. Where is the guy? Sorry, here is the guy. Here is the guy. So here we have our vocabulary in which we do work. Okay, we have the Dimorphodon was one of the earliest Thesaurus. Okay, so, ¿quién me dice? Vamos haciendo la primera, más o menos, no puede ser real o no. Guess, la esencia, acorde más o menos lo que hemos visto, el video, hemos visto algo de la lectura, un poquito de vocabulario. What would you the best alternative title for the passage? Long-necked creature from the past, the world's greatest fossil hunters, or the discovery of the first Thesaurus. Ahí tenemos, ¿no? Las criaturas del pasado con cuellos largos, los grandes fósiles, ok, cazados, ¿no? Encontrados, cazados. O C, los primeros descubrimientos del Pterosaurus. ¿Qué opinan ustedes? A, B, or C? According to the text, we were checking A, B, or C. We were talking about Mariani contributions Mary examining and recording her finds. Estuvimos hablando de los huesos, ¿no? Fossil hunting brought in money. It was a dangerous
Profesor.
occupation. Cuéntame.
De la primera pregunta creo que sería la B.
La
porque,
B.
uy, porque en el último párrafo sale que dicen la mejor cazadora de fósiles así. Entonces, por
ajá.
eso.
Thank you, Sarah. Wow, gracias por interesarte en la lectura. Te agradezco mucho, chéverísimo. Ok, thank you, Sarah. Pues, ok, te damos el voto. The world greatest fossil hunter. You said letter B, ¿verdad? And, well, ok, menos de un minuto, chicos. Recordemos que solamente tenemos ahora una vez por semana. Si en algo, cualquier cosita me escriben por interno, cualquier cosa, cualquier duda, ok? You have the main idea, you have detail 1 or details here, and the purpose, ok, el propósito de la lectura. So, sé que van a hacer un buen trabajo, cualquier duda me lo hacen saber, la clase queda igual grabada. And that's all for today, dear students. Cualquier pregunta, okay, me la pueden hacer por interno. And thank you. Thank you. I appreciate for your time. And we keep working by our own. Okay. Sí, no se olviden, escuchen el listening las veces que sea necesario. Ok. Please, escuchen y leanlo. Nuevo vocabulario. Adelante, chicos. Thank you, Rafael. Thank you, Derek.